Ready?
Marks were consistent, so once we have these approved, then we can cover it.
All right, good evening, everyone. I would like to call this meeting to order. Today is June 11th, 2024, and it's 7:06 p.m. Would the clerk call the rolls, please?
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Councilman Rafai, and Councilman Sedman are absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, do we have any community announcements today?
Yes, we do, Mayor. We have the ones from last meeting still on there. The July 15th to July 19th Team Wellness Center will be out in front of City Hall with the mobile screening truck doing preventive health screening services. They are screening for the long-term COVID and can make appointments or just walk in. On July 7th, 2024, there will be the annual Hindu religious rally celebration, the auspicious functions of Rath Yatra. The event will start at 5 p.m. and go to approximately 7 p.m. to include a procession around town escorted by the police department. There will also be a short speeches at City Hall. No roads are anticipated to be closed. It'll be a moving procession. We also have Conrad here with a couple of announcements as well.
Hello, I'm here on behalf of the Hamtramck Parks Conservancy. I'd like to invite you to two programs that are coming up at the park. The first one is the ribbon cutting and opening of the new Elaine and Roger Zatkoff Children's Playscape. It is a toddler playscape that was replacing, as you guys more than likely got many emails, as we all did here at City Hall, for the playscape closer to Joseph Campo that was constantly broken, constantly being repaired, constantly being fixed. It has been replaced with a whole new playscape for mostly intended for toddlers. So it's one of the many projects we have going at the park this year. And then the other event is on Wednesday, June 19th. It's the 3rd annual Hamtramck Stadium Juneteenth celebration. Starts at noon with a flag raising keynote speaker, program celebration, followed up by a home run derby and a scholarship award ceremony and a tribute game at 3 o'clock. I've got flyers for you guys about each one just have in there, and you are all graciously welcome to attend both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more announcements?
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All right, looks like we don't have any proclamations or presentations today. Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No.
All right, then we move to public comments,
Thank you,
please.
Mr. Mayor. Conrad and is yours.
Hi, I'm here on behalf of a different volunteer committee I'm part of. So I just want to say I'm here thanking you for giving us the opportunity to continue the tradition for the 44th Annual Hamtramck Labor Day Festival and the 3rd Annual Hamtramck Labor Day Parade. There is a dedicated group of volunteers who give up a majority of their summer and a lot of their time that weekend to help put this event on that's beloved by the community. So thank you for the opportunity for us to volunteer to keep this going.
Thank you, Conrad. Hamad Al-Nazil. How do you pronounce it?
Mohammed Inizay.
Fadl.
I'll be with Mr. Mohammed translating. My name is Ahmed Sharab. I am with the YUC News channel and American International News, and I am a human activist, and I am taxpayer in Hamtramck. So this is what we do: cover the news and then defend rights for people. So you can start it in. You have 3 minutes. You can start in Arabic, and you have your case already.
اتكلم بالعربي.
You can, yes sir.
اوكي اتكلم انجليزي بس مش اوكي حضرت لكارت ثيرد فلاور with George Church, the name Alexa. Friday 24 8:30 in the morning. والتكت هذا صار له أكثر من شهرين تمام سنس مارش. حضرت لعندهم والبوليس of Hamtramck هو لاحقني. He followed me from the C to the D. When he followed me from the C to the D from Hamtramck to Detroit area. When I get from Flemington Street, he hired in there 319 in March. But this, it was Ramadan, fasting. And they followed me straight. I used to think it's not a police officer or someone they tried to rob me or do something to me. And when I drive to the 625, he followed me. He tried to get on the side, and this side he tried to, like, he want to best. And I just say, hold that. I look on behind. I get camera on the front, but I ain't got no camera in the back. So when I turn from Fleming to stop sign Detroit, I mean stop sign Carpenter in Fleming, a stop sign in the turn, signal to right, I go back home. So when I keep going straight ahead to Carpenter, when I was in the Carpenter in Detroit, I exit the area Hamtramck to Detroit, and he turned the light behind me. Two police officers, one with flashlight in my right, on the right side, one on the left. One of them, they talk to me rough, and one on the right side, he's a very cool person. He's very quiet, I don't hear anything. He told me, sir, registration, why you do that? Stop sign, you do that. He didn't know how he confused himself. I said, I stop sign. He said, I'll help you. I'm going to help you for your speed limit over 35. I said, why you give me the ticket? He gave me the ticket. When I was here with the George, I said, I need scanner, I need to fear you for a police officer. Why he didn't stop me since when I do it round? He have to stop me. Don't take a loan and a mile or wherever, a couple of miles. He said, stop. Stop, you have to pay for translation. He said, you not speak English, you speak English very well. I'm going to charge you $100
Thank you, how
for
much?
translation.
Thank you.
Stop. She told me like that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Very well.
You're all set. Thank you so much.
And she yelled at me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very well.
That's all for public comment, Mr.
Thank you.
Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
So also what you point, so,
That's all for public comment. Thank you.
also you point that there's the choice, so you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
So it seems that this gentleman's case is already in court, so not sure the city can do anything. It's in the court, and we have nothing to do with the court. When it's with the judge, then they have to decide on that. And you know, you have to, if you feel like you need to hire an attorney to, you know, get your rights protected, you can do that. So thank you for all the people who spoke in the public comments, and we move now to the consent agenda, and it's approved with a single motion with no discussion. We have one, A, approval of minutes from the May 28th, 2024 regular city council meeting. B, approval of invoice registered date ending June 11, 2024. C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending June 11, 2024. D, resolution 2024-62, approving appointments to boards and committees.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No objections?
No.
Do you want to swear in
Yes,
the?
sir.
Okay.
Yusuf, Fadlan. How are you? So we are swearing Yusuf Said into the planning commission. Right hand up, please, and repeat after me. I state your name.
Yusuf Said,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of
and
Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
the Planning Commission
Planning Commission
of the City of Hamtramck
of the City of Hamtramck
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I believe you already received your welcome packet to the group, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sign here and there. Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Good.
thank
Do
you.
you wanna speak?
Do you want to tell us
Yes.
something about yourself?
Yes, I'm blessed by the best. It's too blessed to be stressed. Thank you for the opportunity to serve the city. We all together, working together to move forward and make the city of Hamtramck the best place to be. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, congratulations and good luck. Thank you. All right, we move now to the public hearing, and we have Resolution 2024-50B approving second reading and public hearing of Hamtramck 2024-2025 General Appropriation Ordinance.
I need a motion,
Motion. Second.
and now a motion to start the public hearing.
I'll motion again.
Second. All right. All right, so,
7:17.
17. Mhm.
yes.
Mr. Mayor, we have no public comments.
All
Any
right.
motion to close, please?
Motion. Second.
Who motioned, Hassan?
I did.
Almost.
Mr. Mayor, that's all for public comment.
So I needed a little bit of clarification from the controller, if possible, before we vote on that. The summary of the budget showed that we have a fund balance of 7 million, but when we move to the other resolution, it's saying 9 million. So what is that difference? Where did that 2 million go? The resolution 65, when you put 9 million in the fund balance, but in this one, it's 7 million, point two.
It's, I don't have those, can I see that? Yeah.
You wanna pull the summary of the budget?
Yeah.
The summary?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
for the
Summary
summary.
budget, 2024. You wanna take a look at it, Amir, or do you have it?
Yeah.
So,
Outside,
No,
outside.
no, on the front table.
Yeah, so, in there, if you notice, there is a column for, last year's, numbers, and then there's a column for the budget, and next year's. So the activity during this year is what changes, the remaining balance for the budget. So right now, these are again tentative number because we haven't closed, the year this year yet. So these are just tentative numbers in terms of the fund balance. Fund balance will get actualized once we close the year for 2023-24. So that's why you see the difference.
so basically, we haven't used
We haven't used
anything, because
No.
I don't remember using any.
No, we haven't used anything up till now. What you would see is a slight usage of the fund balance. Again, these are tentative because we haven't closed the year yet. So these are forecasts in terms of the fund balance.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
so
Councilman?
again, it is not true that we didn't use it yet. There is the, when as soon as he close, he could be more deficient.
Right.
Then, hold on, so don't feel that you still have the 9 million. As soon as he close, it could be the 5 million, it could be the 7 million. It's still here, going and coming, going and coming. So that's why he's saying tentative. So the resolution we are bringing to the public hearing, just question, why, we just did the budget things like a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So why I have to bring that one again today, for what reason bringing that?
The fourth quarter amendment you're
Yeah.
talking about? So that's just the normal way because this is the budget for next year. The fourth quarter amendment is for this current year.
Okay,
So
so
that's
why
why-
is necessarily, just his question was the same thing,
Yeah.
my curiosity. Okay, so why we cannot wait for closing?
Because you need the amendment before
That's
the
all I
thing-
wanna tell the councils, most of them,
Right.
some of them don't understand.
Right, so
There is amendment going on.
Right, so,
Okay, there is a lots of red. If
Right.
any council member look at that,
yeah,
there is the lots of red. There is the reason he's bringing amendment fourth quarter, because when it close, it will be show, makes you guys surprised sometimes, maybe. So, again,
So as
We
the
see.
year progresses, things change, you know, I mean, some of the budget line items go out of whack and whatnot. And as we do the budget amendments throughout the year, or the quarterly amendments, we bring things in alignment and bring them before you to say, okay, we might have goofed up on this line item, we need to amend this because we changed this,
I know.
and that's why we bring them right along.
it could be the very minimum. So mayor is worried about the 9 to 7. A small city, a small revenue, 9 to 7, that is the one,
Right.
his brain clicking what's going on. So again, there is the last couple of years I've been talking, there is the prediction money, very dangerous. Prediction money, very dangerous. So anyway, go ahead, we see the your closing time, how this come out.
Well, yeah, I was just surprised because 2 million is a big amount of money, and whatever amendment we have done would not reach that,
No, it-
that
it
amount of
won't.
money. We have, you know, that's a big amount of money for any amendment to be done. And the other thing is the revenue is showing that we have enough to cover whatever, you know, expenses we have. So I don't think that we're gonna need to withdraw that much money from the fund balance to cover whatever we
No,
need.
we won't require that kind of money. If you remember, we did spend more money on the alleys, which I had told earlier, which will come out of the fund balance, but we have not finished that project and we have not closed the accounts yet, so I don't know that number yet. But yeah, we will use some of the account balance in this year, but we won't we won't come to 7 million.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Mayor, we're not using any grant money for alleys, or it's all just,
We haven't gotten any grant money for alleys in the past. It's difficult to get the grant money. We did get some grant money this year, which we are going to be using later on, but it's difficult to get grant for alley.
alleys?
We have
Projects.
had it in the past.
We did, that's right, I
And
remember.
we have used it in the past. This
Right.
immediate past year, we used fund balance for alleys.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of grant money right now that we're using for some alleys.
Yeah.
We just scored some grant money coming up for alleys, but we're still waiting for the federal government to tell us exactly what we can even use that for before we can even allocate that. In fact, Councilman Sperry's been
Yes.
poking at me kind of daily to find out about that, but we haven't even been told yet on that one. But as Amir said, it's hard to get the funds for that. Usually we rely on the state government for those funds for that. So we're hoping that our state rep and state senator might come through on some of that for us, but we got our fingers crossed.
And the other problem is that you cannot use the roads money for the alleys. That's another issue.
I see.
All right, then I guess we can vote on that.
Councilman Hassan,
I'm gonna say no.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2024-50 be approved.
I mean, did I have to?
Oh.
I didn't need to vote on this. It's not an ordinance.
No, you didn't need to. Well,
Yeah.
it is an ordinance.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Did you want me to count your vote?
Yeah, fine,
has to.
yes, yeah.
He doesn't have to.
Ordinance.
He doesn't have
He
to.
can abstain.
I can abstain, but
Yeah.
it's okay, I'll
So,
say.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2024-50 be approved.
Okay. All right, thank you. We move to the old business now. We have resolution 2024-48 approving street closure for 2024 Hamtramck Labor Day Festival.
I'd like to offer,
Second.
All right.
Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yes, Councilman, go ahead.
Last council meeting, we pulled the resolution, and I see is here now. And he was the leader of the discussion with the festival committee. I don't know how much you got discussion with them. Before I approve, I want to hear from you, whatever discussion you guys had.
All right, I can brief you on the meeting that happened, and we would like to hear also updates from one of the members of the committee since then. So basically, we had a very productive meeting. I asked some of the council members to attend, but they were busy. So I was there with Councilman Sumairi, City Manager and 2 of the organizing committee members. And we had a friendly discussion about some concerns, and we basically agreed that this is an event to bring people together, not to divide people. This is not a political event. It shouldn't be used to promote any kind of politics or any groups or any agenda. So, and we voiced some of the concerns of some of the members of the city council and the community as well. And I think we agreed that they will take these concerns into consideration, and they said they will talk to the rest of the committee and update us if there's any concerns from them as well. So I would like to hear if there's any updates from you.
Mr. Chair,
If they can update us, and then we can discuss.
I don't really have any updates from the committee or anything else. I thought we came up with the solution pretty much at that meeting, so nothing has changed from that meeting that we discussed in there on our end. So everything that we agreed to and spoke at and agreed upon over there is still what is staying the same, so.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, I believe that yourself, Councilman Samiri, who attended the meeting, and the committee are wholeheartedly on the same page, that yourself and the council's concerns were met wholeheartedly by the committee, and that the committee and mayor and council are gonna move forward in unison on this, and hopefully we have a wonderful parade and festival this season. And if any concerns arise along the way up until that point, anyone can reach out to me. We can have a quick meeting at any point, address those concerns, and we will immediately put those to rest.
Yeah. And we haven't had a committee of the whole or committee meeting as well, but I did speak with the parade chair, and she's on board with what was discussed as well, so.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, go ahead.
thank you, Mr. Mayor. So whatever is the meeting with you, so you don't have any update here. If you approve it, they're gonna follow the discussion, or they're gonna do their own?
Well, they just told us that there is no change, so if we are on the same page as we finish the meeting, so I think we are not gonna have any problems. But, I mean, they know that if anything happens from now until then, they will update us if any, stuff that we didn't agree on. And if anything happens suddenly during the event, then that will have some consequences in the future. So
I think it's important that we're all on the same page as far as communication, that the communication flows back and forth.
Okay, and we do appreciate, the volunteering time that you put. We thank you for that, and we want this event to continue, and we want everyone in the city to enjoy coming to this event. It's supposed to bring people together for entertainment and to have fun. So we want to keep that going.
I'm very much agree with you, Mr. Mayor. This event could be the fun for the people, not the division, or not for the political movement.
Sure.
Please keep it that way.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if nobody speak, I want to speak.
Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, they have to understand EDA. They are appointed by this council. Some people, some DDA member don't understand that. And same thing that, listen, what I'm saying, you don't have to worry about it. So, again, I need only 72 hours to call the special meeting to stop this if I see anything going the wrong way. That's all I want to say.
Well, this is not a DDA
Festival committee too.
No, I'm saying,
it's still,
no,
This
it's
you can
a
afford, so this is
different, yeah.
all.
well, still approval is coming to us. We can stop anytime. People
Yeah,
have
well,
to understand mentality.
DDA approved
Not
some,
only DDA,
some
this
bond-
one.
we approve some donations for them.
Yeah.
That's what the DDA do. And we're gonna have a meeting about that soon. But yeah, I guess we're all on the same page, so I thank you.
Vote.
Yes, go ahead.
Councilman Wahid?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2024-48 approved.
All right, thank you. And we move to the new business. We have Resolution 2024-63 approving award of the 2023 alley construction services.
Motion, please.
Motion. Second.
Mayor, I have John DeAngelis here to talk on this, and Mr. Hennessy to talk on this.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We're in front of you this evening for the construction oversights for the alleys. And let me find where I'm at exactly.
This is just to wrap up the final few.
The additional alleys that were put into place through there for a,
Mr. Mayor, in short, basically, we added a bunch of alleys.
at the end of last year.
Including the East Joseph Campo Alley, and this is, we didn't figure those in. They were added at the tail end, and we had to amend this and add Hennessy's portion onto it. This is a little bit of a catch-up. They're already out there doing some of the work for us. We need to get it approved.
So are you doing a complete alleys or just repairing?
The East Joseph Campo Alley is being done all the way from Eveline to basically CVS. So it's a big one.
It's about a third done, more or less. This is somewhat of an administrative issue now.
And Hennessy, being a longtime partner, has already stepped up and is rolling with it, so we just need to cross our T's and dot our I's.
Yeah.
So basically, this is just like an amendment or addition of funds for,
This is an addition. This
I
wasn't
mean-
originally in the, because we added this alley on after the fact from last year. So, this is one that was asked to be done. It wasn't in the original plan of alleys last time, and we added this big alley on at the end of last year. But when we approved Hennessy's award to oversee all of them, this one wasn't in it.
It wasn't
So we had to add this one in.
This is just the management side of it, it's not the actual construction side of
The
it.
alley was approved, but we forgot, well, they don't say forgot, but we got the alley in it, and we didn't have the Hennessy's approval in it, so they're getting us rolling, but we still gotta get them approved.
So-
And the contractor held their pricing through there, that's why the contract was extended for the contractor to allow for this additional alley construction.
so this is 50,000 just for observation and,
Construction, testing, and staking and project administration.
for the alley from CVS to Kinef, is that the
No,
one?
from the CVS to Avaline. To Avaline Street.
CVS,
It's
No,
the
Eveline.
It's
all
the
the
big
Eveline, all the way to Holbrook.
It's not a long like what we have in Conant. It's not a long. The big one in Conant when we done early. That's a big one. This one 3-4 block.
so, yeah, I was thinking it's all the way to Kinef, it's not, right?
No, not to Kinef, just to Avaline. From the CVS to Avaline. From Florian to Avaline.
Did this one have Conant on it too, John? I'm not sure.
No, Conant is done. Conant is
Yeah,
done.
this was the
It looks
Conan
like
and I
a-
think the one behind the store too.
Behind the store.
I think there's
No,
3
it's
alleys
not
on
too
this
big.
management.
Not to be
There's
big.
3,
No,
yeah,
they
separate.
think-
He need
I
these,
apologize,
he's taking that.
I know, but we approved it last
There's a
year.
series of alleys on.
So when you say here in plural alleys, is this for just one alley or for multiple ones? I mean,
Check.
because it's saying here observation to complete the remaining alleys. Which
It's 3
which
alleys.
other ones?
I believe it was 3 of them.
It's the 3
Max
alleys
is
that,
gonna check.
that were added on to the original alley project.
3 alleys, same
5 through
location.
11.
Yep.
3 alleys, same location.
5 through 11.
Okay, that did we do like in Conant? Do you mention like that one, how many alley from one side?
It's actually 5 through 11, so it's the last 6.
The
So
6.
it would have been the East Joseph Campo,
Campo, yeah.
Conant, the West Joseph Campo, Nibel,
Holbrook.
No,
several of them.
no, Nibel and
It's saying
Carpenter.
there's 6 total.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah, Nibel and Carpenter.
okay, I have to say something.
Go ahead.
Okay, so here is the one. Again, this is not the construction project, this is his supervision project. All about the $54,000. That is the one he was, if he don't include, he cannot get the $54,000. That is the main basic thing is happening. So he has to bring all those leftover, whatever was missing, at least bring under his farm name to get the $54,000. My question, $54,000 is coming from the grant money or our general fund?
This one will be out of the general fund, because it's along with all the,
So-
this whole stack of alleys.
As Amir mentioned, yeah.
Yeah.
So should I have to give them 54,000 to see?
It's 49,900.
49.
Okay, 49 is still whatever money, should we have to give it to them, or we don't have, our city?
Well, if we wanna continue to construct alleys and have Hennessy oversee them, we kinda.
Well, that's what I'm saying, there's our building
I mean,
department,
it's important
building
to
department
clarify.
could be oversee them too. So what you wanna do, that's up to you guys now, that's all. That is all about the $54,000, no
49.
question.
49.
49.
I will say that Hennessy has scrambled along with us to like get these alleys cranked out in a very fast timeline to get them moving fast this year.
Mr.
All
Mayor-
council spoke.
Mr. Manager, I understand, we do have the department too, oversee the construction, oversee all those things, so.
I'm just saying, we were scrambling to get these out. I mean, we're moving warp speed this year.
Oh, yeah, we're the third time, we kept the contractor in into the city, made sure that they kicked us off first and made us the top priority, and that's staying prevalent.
All the alleys that did not make it for winter, first, right off the rip, got out
Okay,
there.
Yep.
so that kind of argument, I gonna go argument now. What do? You go see there, but it looks good, that's all you doing. Still my building department can go and see that too, same thing what you doing. It's not the, like emergency, our department cannot do it, somebody else have to go see right away. They're gonna see same thing, what you seeing, what they're seeing.
I do believe, I mean, I'm not a contractor myself, Councilman, but I do believe there's a lot more involved in that.
Okay.
I mean, there's day-to-day watching what all our contractors are doing, there's.
I understand.
There's posting, there's all the postings to all the various houses, there's coordination of efforts out there.
I know.
There's a lot involved in this, I mean, it's
Construction
not,
staking, there's testing of the material that comes through the concrete.
it's not.
To
It
make
is-
sure it meets specifications.
I understand
If it was
everything.
literally just sending John out there to look at it and saying, yeah, it looks good, I mean, I would.
It is money coming from general fund, that's all my discussion only. I'm not disagree with the other things. What I'm saying,
I understand, you are putting us to the task,
Okay.
I get it, I'm just trying to answer your questions as thoroughly as
No,
possible.
I know my concern, I see what I see, I see what he see, that's all.
So I know it involves a lot of engineering stuff. I'm not saying it's just observation. My question was, the two alleys that were not done last year. I think we went through the process, we approved engineering supervision at the time. So that's the one in Naple and another one. Those are different. They were done. The time didn't allow them to finish it on time. So which alleys are you approving this for?
It's 5 through 11 of the 11 alleys we did. I would have to backtrack on the exact number. I can read back several of them off the top of my head, but it's 5 through 11. So clearly we got a little bit ahead of ourselves. Hennessy, as our partner, just continued right along handling their business, which I do appreciate. They are, after all, still under contract with us, so it is not that big of an oversight, because, I mean, they've been with us for a long time, they are under contract, but the right thing to do is come back to you guys and say, we do need for you guys to officially bless this is what they did. So hence we are here. Now, I apologize that I didn't have off the top of my head, it's alley 5 through 11. I was a little bit distracted. Sometimes I rely a little bit too heavily on John to have it. My fault. If you want, I can either provide that to you later, exactly which alleys these are for, but I assure you, these are all alleys that probably at this point are poured and completed, some of which are still in the process of being poured now.
Okay. All right, any further discussion on that?
Did they ever did it before, another observation for any other money we allocated previously?
I'm sorry, Councilman.
Previously, did you practice this, any other alleys for the supervision? We pay like this kind of amount of money?
I don't think
Never.
this is far out of line for the amount of alleys they supervised. I mean, it's actually 6 alleys, so,
Yeah.
and the amount of work they're doing, it seems.
It's a
it seems
percentage
pretty much
based on the
point.
contract.
It's a percentage based off of the contract.
It seems high, but it's a lot of alleys.
It's a lot of work, actually.
And it is the first time I saw those kind of money going for only for the supervision.
If we were to add up, like, went back through the history and looked at all the ones they did, I believe it's right on line.
It is.
It appears on point.
I mean, it's reasonable if it's that many alleys. The only concern is if we go back in history to our last meeting when we did those alleys and find out that we approved some money for the same, purpose.
So,
I mean,
no, it's not
the
that. It's
contract
not.
itself was 1.4 million.
Yeah.
So 49,000 supervision on 1.4 million, it seems pretty,
It's a
right in
pretty
line.
small percentage of the actual percentage when you look at that.
No, I'm saying that for the same purpose, like for observation and stuff in the previous meetings.
No, there's no duplication is what you're concerned about, Mayor, I
Mhm.
believe, right?
Yeah.
There's a duplication
Yeah.
of funding in a sense that there's multiple resolutions approving the same thing, and that's not the case. This is the new alleys that came through.
Mr.
We
Mayor,
work
you
with
have-
the mayor's office as
Keep it
well.
to next meeting to bring more clarify from X, or?
Well, it's crystal
I mean-
clear. It's
I mean,
alley
we
five
can-
I mean, it's
or nine.
49,000,
I just
it's not
don't
a-
have the actual names of the alleys, but,
Yeah.
Was
it's
it
the
like-
amounts.
I have 7 alleys for 2023. It's on the resolution, I have a list of 7 alleys. I know we added additional alleys to them, though. You want me to read off the 7 that I have? Or is that irrelevant?
Which one?
Alley east of Moran from Commerce to Kashmir, alley east of Joseph Campo from Goodson to Dead End. That one?
I think that was the one
This
before
was,
that.
this was 2023 alley reconstruction design. This was, issued, this was approved August 22nd of 2023.
I mean, if it
So-
was 7, then maybe you added the ones that we are doing this year or something? Is that,
So, I mean, we can certainly dig back through it if council so chooses, but it's not like, we certainly aren't duplicating payments, I will tell you that
Yeah.
100%.
We
Mr.
approved
Chair.
last year, we approved last year's from Naval to Carpenter. This approved from the last
So-
year's.
Mr. Chair,
yes?
since we don't have clear concept what we paid for Ellie's supervision last year, and we are adding this to this year, so I kind of agree with the Councilman Mohit Mahmood. We wanna hold, put into the table.
Just table it, we'll bring it back.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's fine.
that's all clear
Yep.
conception.
Yep.
Bring it and we all set.
Okay.
I like to, put the table, the resolution to table for next council meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, all right?
I need approval, please.
Yeah, are we all in favor?
Yes.
All right.
Aye.
All right, so we are tabling this resolution until the next meeting, and hopefully by then we get the names, number of alleys, and resolutions, when we approved them last year, we can do some research about that and see what we did when we approved them last year.
Certainly.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. I guess we are done with this one, so,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we can move now to the next resolution. This is tabled for the next meeting. So, the next one is Resolution 2024 -264, approving the adoption water asset management plan. Can I get a motion?
I'll motion.
Second.
All right.
Mr. Mayor, same two gentlemen, different resolution.
Different resolutions. This is somewhat of a house cleaning item. We received a DWAM grant from Eagle, and as part of that, we had to prepare an asset management plan for just the water distribution system. It basically mirrors our capital improvement program that the council approves. And what we identified in that is basically trying to achieve 3 miles of water main replacement every year, and 365 lead service leads replacements through there. This is not binding us to anything. This is kind of an overview of what we project our roadmap will be for our infrastructure needs. We will come back in front of council, obviously, each winter as we do, and we mark out the infrastructure improvement projects that we do annually. So this is a document that's filed with Eagle identifying those, but it's dependent upon funding sources being available for the community.
Okay.
And just to add, this is a little bit of a reliability, it's part of also a reliability study that we have to do every 5 years on our water distribution system, where we have to model the water distribution system. We take pressure readings throughout the community, and we look at fire flow capabilities and things like that. And we have to file that with Eagle every 5 years. And this is kind of dovetails with that.
It's definitely an interesting read. There are 120-year-old mains on there.
There are.
There's a reason why we're trying to rip through them as fast as we are.
Yeah.
All right. Any further discussion? Okay. We can go ahead and vote, please.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2024-64 approved.
Thank you. We'll move to the next one, which is,
Thank you.
thank you. Resolution 2024-65, approving 2023-2024 fourth quarter budget amendments.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have our controller here to answer any questions you may have on this. But as we touched upon earlier, this is a routine quarterly amendment. As the budget progresses throughout the year and things get out of whack, we realign things as things come up. And we have Amir here to put things back in order and bring it before this honorable body to bring back in alignment. We already have anything you wanna mention, or?
It's just trying to anticipate some of the expenses, because budget is again, you know, a planning tool, a forecast. And sometimes the revenues and expenses may come in line with that, and sometimes they may be a bit different from, they may be a bit more or a bit less. So this is just trying to realign the budget to what the actual numbers may come, which we will be able to finalize in the next 4 months.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilman, go ahead.
So, Mr. Amir, again, the amendment, anywhere, any section you feel or you thinking it bothering you, you never thought it is gonna be that kind of, any line item?
I think we have spent more on overtime this year compared to
Our manager already spoke.
what was in the budget, but a lot of that had to do with some of the vacancies we had in different departments, like police, and then some of the work that we had to do in emergency cases in terms of, weather and other related activities in the building department.
So we already find one, it is extra money went out from your expectation,
Right,
it was the overtime.
right.
So now UN manager has responsibility how next quarter we have to control this. That's all our,
Right.
okay?
We've already talked with the police department.
Yeah.
Actually,
And-
So
today.
nobody question, we approve, yes, 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 it's gonna be, everything gonna be yes. Okay,
Not that this was our current chief's, his doing, by all means, but we've already had a discussion in regards to doing just that, about, police department overtime needs to be brought down a little bit, so.
So this is like millions of dollars over time. Is that?
Not million, hundreds.
No.
Not
No.
million.
I mean, I see in one area 785,000 overtime, another one 245,000.
No, where?
Where's that, Mayor? Oh, that's-
No.
See, on the last column, is that,
No,
Is the
last is
total-
just the activity,
activities.
that's the activity.
where's the overtime then? I mean, it's written next to it, overtime,
So fourth quarter budget amendment, you need to focus on that, which is like the fourth column,
Middle,
fourth column in the middle.
Okay,
And those are the amendments.
alright, but you wrote the overtime next to the last column, so that's confusing.
Well, yeah, okay,
Yeah. Okay, alright. And what is that CPA salary
So we are right now finalizing and negotiating with the fire union, and we still haven't finalized or closed it out yet. But the effect of that change is going to be effective 1st of January of 2024. So I'm just putting in some numbers in there just so whenever we finalize that, we have enough money in the respective budget to cater for it.
Okay.
We have actually the fire union, CBA, which is effective whenever it closes 1st of January of this year. And then we have the police CBA coming up after that, and the ASME CBA coming after that.
We've been negotiating with the fire
Next-
union for months.
Okay. So, and this retiree cost, still 6 million, so we are not benefiting from that 17.5 million that we received. It's just sitting there. I know you think about the long-term future, but if we don't benefit from it now, then that pressure will continue to be on the budget. So what's
So
the point of?
We have not asked them to apply it to our payment, because, well, they've left it as is, so we're still paying the higher note.
So if I can explain, the 17 million that we did get was to bring us from the 42% funding to the 60% funding. So I don't think it would be wise for us to utilize that amount to reduce our payments, because then we will again be deficient in 60%. And now the government has given us that money, so they are going to ask us to fund that gap. So I don't think that would be the right way to go about it.
Our hope is to continue leaving it in place and still paying what we're paying to close that gap, so eventually Hamtramck can get out from underneath that altogether.
Because that's,
Basically paying more on the loan.
right, basically that payment from the government was to fund the difference between where we were to the 60% that is mandated by the state.
All right, I mean, we were hoping that we can utilize it somehow
We need
for
to
the,
find
I mean,
some other way to
I don't know.
address
but,
that.
I mean, if we continue to pay that amount of money, then this is gonna help us after 20 years from now or so.
Well, if we continue to pay the higher amount and leave that money alone, it'll get paid down a heck of a lot faster. And in theory, we'll be out from underneath it far sooner as a city. As opposed to if we let the payment go down, we'll just drag it out indefinitely, So I mean, MERS has not sent us the most recent actuary, but I believe the last one put us into,
It was around 42%.
yeah, but I think the last actuary said that we would be paying 6 million into 2039 or something.
Yeah.
But we haven't got the newest actuary yet. So, in theory, if we continue to pay the higher amount and leave that money in place and don't ask for a lower loan payment, then that we potentially could be out from underneath that far sooner.
Plus, it's the state requirement also to get to that funding of 60%.
So they're actually gonna be sending us another, 1.4 million here pretty soon. So
Yeah.
that'll help even more. So we just got notified from that the other day, but we don't have all the details on that just yet.
So any March payment, you behind?
No,
Okay.
we're not behind in any month's payment. We are current with payments. The payments are made every month. The recording may be a little behind at
No,
some
it's
time
okay, it's
depending on,
okay.
when we,
As long as you're not behind.
no,
Okay.
payment wise, we are fine.
All right, so this is the fourth quarter where you have the 9 million fund balance. Is that considered the most updated?
Yes.
Okay. Bless you. All right, any other questions?
Excuse me, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm good. Okay.
Was that a motion to vote?
I don't, does anyone have any more questions?
No, let's motion to vote.
Okay, let's motion to vote.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2024-65 approved.
Thank you, and that was the last resolution we have for discussion today. We move to the reports, and I mean,
Don't feel it, I gotta go back to my anyway.
Going?
Yeah, I gotta go back to.
Sir, we have,
Oh.
sir, we're in the middle of the meeting.
okay, so you can talk to him later, please, after the meeting, okay? So I don't have much to say.
We have any public comment left?
Yes.
No, this is first the report. So I just want to mention something. I received complaints today where two gentlemen came to the clinic complaining about the signs that we put for no parking when we sweep the streets. They said their cars got towed because they came from work at night, they didn't see the signs, and the signs were put the day before the sweeping day, which is not logical. You know, if someone works really from noon until night, he will come home, see this, he wouldn't see the signs, and he would keep the car in the street. So we need to put those signs, earlier, not the day before the sweeping day. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I can see that if I work from noon until night, I'll come home and I wouldn't see the sign and go to sleep, and then my car next morning will be towed. That doesn't make no sense. I showed him that we announced in public in the Facebook page. I showed him 4 days ago. He was like, I don't have Facebook. I don't use Facebook. How am I supposed to know if you post on Facebook and I don't use Facebook? So we need to work on that because there's more streets, right, that will be swept. Go ahead.
I did speak with that gentleman, Mayor. I don't think he realized that we did put it out a full 24 hours. I think he thought we posted it later than we actually did. And I explained to him our whole process, and by the time he left, he actually was pretty content with the conversation I had. But we did post it, we did put the signs out pretty early the day before, and then in addition, we did do social media. But I can for certainly ask our DPW to give an extra day's notice, for sure. That's not unreasonable to ask. So, but as you stated, there was 2 people that got towed. But in addition to that, there was a lot of cars out there, but we always summon our police department to come out and assist with that. The police department always comes out, turns on the lights and sirens, runs license plates, knocks on doors. I mean, the city goes way above and beyond to try and get cars moved all the time. Like, towing cars is like by far the last ditch effort we do. I mean, that's the last thing we want to possibly do. And even with that said, the people that came in, we even tried to help them with the towing costs.
Okay, so that and I guess we are not gonna have a meeting until after the holiday, Eid. So I would like to take this opportunity and just say Eid Mubarak to everyone who is gonna be celebrating. And I wanna mention that the parking would be free from June 13th to the 17th, right? That's yeah. I think it's
18th or 17th?
That's right.
It's from 13th to the 17th. So parking are free. Parking is free for almost 5 days, and it seems that there will be a big festival. We should have included that in the announcements, which is organized by the Miller Mosque, but it's a huge festival in the parking lot where Veteran Park, in that area, it would be for 3 days, and thousands of people come to this Eid festival, and we call people to join there and take their kids and families to have fun in the 8 days for 3 days. With that, I finish my report, and next one is the Mayor Pro Tem report.
Mayor, if you don't mind me interrupting, please, I got the email pulled up, so I'm gonna read the dates out loud, if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna read it exactly how she said it. Taking into account the Sunday free parking and using the city observed date as the holiday, 5 days of free parking would be Thursday, 6/13 through Tuesday, 6/18.
18th. Oh.
Juneteenth is Wednesday, 6/19, so that holiday's free
Yeah.
parking day would immediately follow. So
Okay.
it's going to be from Thursday, the 13th through Wednesday,
19th.
the 19th.
Okay. Sounds-
Also, Mayor, if anyone happens to have a flyer for the Eid Festival, if someone can send it over, we can get it posted on our social media as well. I don't think I ever got a flyer. I mean, we had the application for it, but I have yet to see a flyer or anything for it.
Okay, I can send you
I
one.
don't see any flyer.
Yeah, it's all over Facebook, but, so I can send you some. All right, Mayor Protem, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Last week, actually, was really busy for me, especially Bengali community people. After almost 2 years later, embassy of Bangladesh embassy from Washington DC, they came to serve our community. Last Saturday and Sunday was packed. We don't have a space for Hamtramck, so we arranged this meeting, this service in 9 Mile and Ryan. So a lot of community people was there from Hamtramck, Detroit, Warren, rest of the community was there. We served these people. It was and Councilwoman, Ms. Walter was there to visit us. Councilman Kamala Hassan also was there, and I was a part of the organization. I was there 100% of the time. And our Eid, it will be 16th, Sunday. We celebrate the Eid, and we say in here and abroad, all the Muslim people and Muslim community, Happy Eid and Eid Mubarak. And I feel from my heart the people of Gaza and all other places where the Muslim people was getting insulting and fighting for their rights. I pray for them and keep them to pray. Thank you very much to give me the opportunity.
Thank you. Council members?
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Councilman.
first of all, thank you, all the council members. What we approved last council meeting, a hit to the Al Jazeera headline news. And it's a good thing worldwide, everybody see that. And we're doing the right thing. Other is little concern is coming. Today is the last day. 3 consecutive council meeting, 2 council member miss. According to the Charter, after 3 consecutive missing from the council member, missing from the meeting, there is the issue in Charter, if you read Charter. That's why I try to bring this resolution to do not make the conflict with the Charter to get the approval. That's why nobody can talk and discuss after today meeting. The excuse left as an excuse is still because we did not brought as a resolution to approve it as excuse. So those excuse is still not excuse absent. It is staying there as either an excuse in somewhere. It's not the excuse. Just want to concern, I heard some people discuss, and I just want to let you know. Basically, is that, and also we used to have budget session meeting like 3 days, 4 or 5 hours, 2 hours a day. Is open from like 10 to 2 o'clock. Is somebody miss, any council member miss, the other council member is there. We used to do the budget session meeting department by department.
We did that, you were absent that day.
Okay, it was not a one day budget session. It cannot be within 2 hours everything together. Okay, just want to let you know, we used to have a 3 days budget session with the department head, one by one, open discussion. So I think in future, we should do the schedule like that. That's why better understanding to, from the department head and council members. And that's all, basically.
Thank you. Any other reports? All right, I guess we come to the end of the reports and we move back to the public comments.
Hamad al-Nazuli?
No.
Do you need a translator, sir?
Absolutely.
I'm
That's what
talking
we're
to the.
Yeah.
We mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Well, he has to use the 3 minutes. We can't add another
Yeah,
3
because
minutes
the
for
3
translation.
minutes was
Yeah.
an announcement.
So you can talk for like 1 minute and then he can translate.
أتكلم العربي.
تكلم عربي
Okay,
1 minute وبعدين he used the other minute to translate.
مرحبا أخي المال ومرحبا أخواني الكرام.
If you want to ask
أنا
for
من
another
أتكلم
minute,
اللغة
that's fine.
العربية. أنا أتكلم اللغة العربية. أشتي منكم حاجتين. في القانون الأمريكي. القانون الأمريكي الذي فرضت علي القاضية، هل هي القاضية فرضت علي $100 translation أم هذا السيتي فرض علي؟ Second one. البوليس بريسة ليش رفض عفوا البوليس اوفيسر ليش رفض ان يديني عندما عمل سكان الاسم ليش رفض يعطيني الفيديو؟ That's what I'm filed for it. He stopped to give me the video. ليش رفض؟ ايش يعرف؟ شكرا جزيلا. موضوع انتهي.
So
اشعر في حقوقي ان انا يعني سلبت مني حقوقي انا اشعر في هذا. عندما تقول لي ستوب تدفع $100 هل هي القاضية رفضت حكمت في هذا الشيء أم السيتي؟ إذا كان السيتي فأنت المسؤول فيهم حفظك الله تعالى.
لا.
You can translate?
Mayor,
When-
he has a minute left.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Then-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
well-
gonna talk about the right real quick. I understand the legal rights, which is we're gonna follow it.
Legal
He
rights
believes-
to translate,
Ma'am,
please.
excuse me.
No, no, no.
Yes,
You
you
have to
can
translate what he
You
said.
can't speak your
You are not. You
Okay,
have to
this
translate
one.
in
You're
English. But
losing your time.
No,
Okay, this is what we talked about, so we need another minute.
go ahead. You can have another.
thank you.
Okay, now Mr. Mohammed here believed his right was taken from the city of Hamtramck. Okay, based on his speech that only 40% population it's Yemeni and Arabic, they need a translator. Those rules and charters, who is above this? Who's making it? Is it the city or the judge? If the judge, he's follow his right, and so the judge for this. The police department refused to give him his footage. Who's in control over the police department? Is it the city or the judge?
Thank you.
We just need this so we can move
That's what I
on
want.
along and follow the rules. And
Okay,
I've been doing my research, Mr. Amir and Mayor, and all
Can you
that
please fill
wasn't
out his
stated.
own form, Mr. Mayor?
I
Yeah.
don't like to be interrupted.
Yeah.
You're not following the rules, I'm
You-
sorry, I'm
you-
gonna interrupt you.
Okay.
You can.
You can file a card also and talk
It's not that
as a public.
difficult.
You can use another 2 minutes for yourself. But okay. So once you are in the court, I would say it in English and Arabic. The court is a separate entity. السلطة القضائية منفصلة عننا تماما.
نعم.
I cannot punish the judge. I cannot fire the judge. We cannot. We have no authority on the judge. Okay?
Okay.
So the court is separate entity. Regarding the police department, we can ask the city manager and the attorney to clarify to us if it's allowed to get photos. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but we can ask our attorney, the city manager. They can talk with the police chief and see if you have the right to get those videos.
Right.
Then you can get them. Not a problem. And if you feel like you are your rights were taken away from you, like you are saying, I mean, you're free to hire an attorney and
Thank you.
and proceed with that. I mean, we are here to support anyone to get their rights protected. We're going to give you every opportunity that we can provide to you to defend yourself. But there are some, there are a limit. We don't have the absolute power over the court or others.
Thank
But
you,
we can, I can let you discuss with the city manager and the attorney after the meeting, and they can direct you to what to do. Okay?
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mo
sir.
Islam?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all,
Salam.
thank you so much for letting me talk over here. I just wanted to show you guys first how much I love the city. I moved here in 1996, and from that I graduated with Dr. Galib, Mr. Mayor, 2000, and still until 2018 I was living in here. But 2018, I have to move out because of my son go to special school. And before that, I served as a planning commissioner here. I work with Hassan Bai and Musa Bai, and you know, I love the city. So let me get to the point. At the Bay, you know, Hamtramck City has a lot of vacant lot, and I owned a couple of them before, and I built two beautiful houses, everybody knows. The one in Trowbridge, I combined two lots together, and it was a very, very nice, big house. And also I did another one in Yemen. And now I'm doing another one in Prescott. So the main point is, I wanted to build a house, but the fee for the street to the sidewalk, this is really high. So I want give you guys in the knowledge that if you guys can work on it and put this down, a lot of builders will come and build the houses, and which is bring a lot of business to the city. And my dream is to see the city of Hamtramck, a lot of new houses, because lots. So I know I can talk all day, but we have to finish in really fast. So please, I talked with Mr. John as well, and he knows I pull a permit for like $250,000 and $4,000 just for the building department, just one fee. And there's individual, every different department have to pull the permit. A lot of money coming in the city. So give us some break to build a new house. I can build a lot of house, and this is what I'm here for. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all for public comment, Mr. Mayor.
All right, I guess we come to the end, and I would like a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor, before you go, can I ask him something?
You wanna ask him?
Yes.
That's fine. I
How
mean,
much you paid the last time to, from the, back to the,
Oh, thank you. The water line was 3,250, and the sewage line was 4,000. I'm okay to pay that, but now they're saying 16,000.
how
And
come they're gonna jump like that?
I don't know, this is why I came to the council meeting, and if we build more houses, the city getting taxes rest of their life, and the houses are, the lot are vacant right now. Nobody's building, kids are playing, no money coming in. So please take care of that. I think it's a great opportunity for the city, not me. I'm spending a lot of money, my money is freeze, and I don't know if I can get back that money. $250,000 to build a house, and plus just a permit.
Thank you, Mr. Islam.
okay, we'll discuss that with the city manager.
Yeah, it has to
Okay,
take the
thank you.
outline.
Thank you so much. All right, I need a motion to adjourn, please.
A motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, 8:14.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we talk.
Nice.
Brother, you can offline go see